Assalamu alaikum everybody, how are you all? So guys, today I'm making a really quick and easy kebab recipe. It's called bhuri cutlets, or it's also known as jali kebab back home, because when I will process it you will see why it's called jali kebab. So I am making it with chicken mince today, but the choice of meat is totally yours. Originally it's made with mutton mince, but guys, mutton is very expensive these days. So I thought, why not something economical and easier, and which is liked by everybody. So chicken mince is something which usually people accept without any issues. So chicken mince 500 grams, okay, half teaspoon of garlic paste. So here I really wanted to share a quick tip about garlic paste. So when we make garlic paste at home, there is a common complaint that after a day or two the whole jar turns green and you're not sure if it's okay to use this kind of garlic paste or not. So I will just share a tip. You are making like this 250 ml of your jar of garlic paste, and add 7-8 green chilies, about 2 tablespoons of oil, whatever oil you use, and some salt, and then make a paste with some water. Okay, inshallah your garlic paste will stay fresh and the color will not change. Okay, so here I have half teaspoon of garlic paste, which has chili, a little bit of green chili too, half teaspoon of ginger paste, 500 grams of chicken mince. Okay, so this is that. And now let's come to the spices. Salt to taste as usual, 1 teaspoon red chili powder, 1 teaspoon garam masala powder, 1 teaspoon cumin powder, and I have taken quarter teaspoon. If you remember, I taught you guys how to make homemade chaat masala. It's that, just to give it a kick. And then in this plate I have everything which will go together, like along with the spices and keema in our food processor. 2 bread slices soaked in water, and then I squeezed all the extra water. Then I have like a 4 tablespoons of coriander with the stock. Then we have garlic. Garlic is 4 I have taken these kind of cloves. 1 fat chili, this green chili. Then half onion, half, like it was this big, and then I just made it half. Everything will go in the food processor, and then we will start making the kebabs. It's very simple. I am just reducing the time by using the food processor, guys, and just everything will go in the food processor. So to begin with, I am putting my bread slices, which was soaked in water. You can soak it in milk if you want. My onions, my garlic, green chili. Let's break the coriander so that it's chopped nicely, and I'll just give it 1 whirl, and then I will just add my keema. So this is done. See how nicely the paste is done. This will reduce a lot of time as well. And then all the keema goes in too. Make sure that your excess water of your chicken mince is all drained and it's dry. If it has a lot of water or moisture, then you will have problem making the kebabs. And then we will add our dry spices. Everything. Salt, cumin powder, garam masala powder, red chili powder, and my chaat masala, homemade chaat masala. See, everything is well mixed now. As you can see, everything is well mixed, and now I can take it out in my bowl. Okay, so ideally it's very important to give some rest to our mix whenever we are making any kind of kebab. So it's always good to give it a rest, like 10-15 minutes, either in the fridge or room temperature, so that the meat gets some body and it's easier for you to handle it. I know, however, the noise is the major issue, especially when you are doing live video. It annoys you so much. So guys, if you're making big batches, it's gonna help you in sahar and iftar both. Sometimes we get late and we don't have a lot of time to prepare sahri for us, and you are just panicking, watching the clock going so fast, and then you don't know what to do. So these kind of preps always help in Ramadan. So I always try to have something sitting in my freezer just ready to use, and that helps so much. Okay guys, this is done, so let's remove this so that you guys can see everything clearly. The mix is ready. Let me turn on my flame, and I will just use a little oil from my pan, just a little bit, just to grease my hand. Okay, just to grease my hand so that I can make the kebabs easily. So why it's called jali kebab? It's called jali kebab, guys, because the standard method of frying nuggets or kebabs and using breadcrumbs and egg is like, you put in egg, then you coat with crumbs. So in this recipe, it's reversed. So in this recipe, first we make the kebab pressing in the breadcrumbs, the meat in the breadcrumbs, and then we coat it with egg and then we fry it. So we have to fry it with a little bit of extra oil. Okay guys, so now I have explained to you everything, and now I will tell you what to do next. Little bit of oil in my hand just to make it easier. Size always depends what kind of size you want. So I'm gonna just make a few bowls and I will place in a plate of breadcrumbs. Okay, I have taken a large plate. Just take a large plate, guys, so that you are able to spread it. Okay, so I have made these balls just like a meatball size, and now what I'm gonna do is, see what I'm doing, I'm pressing my cutlets in the crumbs so that it gets really like sturdy and get some body and gets easier to handle. This is the look that I have pressed the kebab in the crumbs nicely, and then just coat it. Everywhere there should be crumbs. Okay. So guys, dipping in egg nicely, and don't worry about the egg going here and there. This is gonna happen. That's why it's called jali kebab, because you will see some netting on top of the kebab. You will be able to make I would say 12 kebabs in half kg of mince, depending on what's the size. Do not freeze them raw, because they will release water and it will be harder for you to handle. In these kind of kebabs, it's easier for you if you fry them and then freeze them. It's gonna be much easier. So now, time to flip, guys. They look really good. Color is coming. I'll just slow down the heat a little bit because I want my meat to get cooked from inside. And because egg is on top, that's why they got really fluffy. You see, I made flat kebabs. They were not that thick, but because of the egg coating on top, they are very fluffy and kind of, fatter. So guys, our kebabs are ready, and they are so easy. Like, as you can see how quickly it was done. Especially when you're using your food processor, you don't really have to even chop anything. I'll just wait a few seconds for my kebab to soak up the extra oil. Then I'll just show you the final look. This kebab is really good for making sandwiches, guys, in a kind of paratha roll in sahar. You can make paratha roll with it. Just cut it in pieces, add some chutney, some salad, and just roll it in paratha. Very quick, easy sahar and iftar as well. Taste it. You can see from inside, it's nicely cooked. This is so good. And it's very soft from inside. So I hope you like today's recipe. The chutneys, the sides, the ketchup, the salad is totally up to you. I wanted to show you the original version because it's for Ramadan. So just put it in the Ziploc or whatever container you are using in the fridge like this. Just make big batches and you're good to go. Just if you want to use the microwave, just for 1 minute, just throw it in the microwave and then it's done, ready to use. No more frying or whatever is needed. It's that easy. Thank you so much. Bye.